2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First drive coming up here for this New Orleans Saints offense. And leading him out at quarterback here in 2021 in his 7th NFL season, it's Jameis Winston.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. Let's see what week 3 has in store. First down, Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. So tight end, it's a position in flux. But that's a nice grab there to pick up the first down.
And this will wind up as Saints first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 22 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Winston. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Winston. He's got Smith here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And Tre'Quan Smith, now in his 4th year from UCF, still expanding his repertoire and finding his way. Makes a nice catch there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. Puts it on the carpet attack. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Point after try forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Jameis to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. Working with a 2nd and 3. Trying the left side with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing, Winston. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. This defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Oh, Aguilar, what a catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards there for number 15.
And the Patriots added Nelson Aguilar in free agency, and he's going to be part of this rebuilt receiving core from a year ago. really upped his value around the league with a solid season with the Raiders last year, increased his confidence, as well as having a career high in receiving yards.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Keep playing hard.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And this one complete to Smith. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing Jones. Goes right back to Smith again. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 20 carries, 85 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On the give, this is Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Looking to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
On the return, Deontay Harris. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 2nd down at 4. Winston. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Winston. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. Rolling to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Winston. He gets it to Thomas. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And a nifty catch there for a 1st down by Michael Thomas. Still getting used to the fact that it's not Drew Brees throwing him passes. Never really 100% in 2020. Battled some injuries along the way. Ended up only suiting up for 7 games. 40 catches. That's a tough drop because in 2019 had 149 catches, an NFL record.
A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Winston. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. Here's Jones to throw on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on a punt for New England. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes Tre'Quan Smith and the rest of the offense. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On second down, it's Harris. Bulldozes past him. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. An option handoff given to Harris. And it's second down. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
New England trying to get a place on offense. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Now for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have a football with him at all times.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Back to Kamara for another catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And how about for Alvin Kamara? Another great year that he's coming off of as an all-around player, but especially as a pass catcher. 81 receptions each of his first 3 NFL seasons. Last year added 2 more to finish with 83, the most by any running back in the NFL. An awfully dangerous man in the open field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Winston throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And that's a nice job of working his way up and down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Kamara trying again. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
Let's go.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Jones throwing on 1st down. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin in upstate New York, Washington in town to take on Buffalo. And in the second quarter, it's the football team who are out in front. Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead over the visiting Colts as that one's gone to halftime. Julio Jones, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. They hand this off to Harris. And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On the ground, Kamara. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Winston. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. But now it'll be 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Winston now. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Jameis to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again with Winston. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
New England Patriots were seeking a good edge rusher. Matt Judon is now providing that, having come over from Baltimore. 30.5 sacks the last 4 years there. They expect him to get to the quarterback frequently in Patriots red and blue.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Christian Barmore in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Lutz's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run again with Harris. Gets around him.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Jones. Finding Harris over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Kyle Van Noy back with the Pats in 2021 there on the tackle. Here's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Finds a seam inside the 40. Winston into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Dances by him, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, coupled to an okay gain.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25 on second down, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Deatrich Wise Jr. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
To try again after the sack. Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing Jones. And that's off the mark, incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. New England on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. David Onyemata. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it, baby. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
It's our time. It's our time.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now Jones and the Patriots down by 9. Just over 1:40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Jones. Pass complete to Harris. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. He gets this to Myers, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. This complete left side to Aguilar. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Jones. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that